Okay, for Histrivia number 12, I'm going to do a simple one, the fall of Saigon. Now, the fall of Saigon occurred basically April 30th, 1975. That's the major date you have to remember. Um, well, basically maybe two dates, like April 29th, April 30th, but April 30th is the main day. Now, on April 29th, 1975, the Viet Cong under General Von Tien Dung began their final attack on Saigon. They moved their forces into Saigon and do a massive full frontal attack on the city. Uh, the At this time when they're becoming like moving in, the South Vietnam has very little American forces left. The majority of them left by early April 1975, and the only thing that they have as far as Americans go is just like a small task force and a small embassy. Uh, so it's mainly South Vietnam troops defending the city. Uh, as the Viet Cong close in, basically the sitting president was a sitting duck. President Phu, his name is, or Phu, was he had to resign before the Viet Cong attacked the city. While the Viet Cong were closing in the last week, he resigned on April 21st, 1975. The vice president that took over didn't really do anything those final days when the Viet Cong were moving in and attacking the city. While the Viet Cong were moving in on the 29th and the 30th, the South Vietnamese in Saigon were evacuating on U.S. naval vessels that were still docked on the ports of Saigon City. What the U.S. military had planned for the evacuation was basically a massive helicopter evacuation, but unfortunately this didn't go well as planned because of the Viet Cong's attacking strategy. The military couldn't really get that many helicopters to the city to evacuate enough South Vietnamese citizens. So basically, only a few dozen, South Vietnamese were actually evacuated by helicopter by the U.S. military, and the rest were basically left there, for the Viet Cong. By the morning of April 30th, 1975, South Vietnam had fallen under Viet Cong control. What the Viet Cong did, they seized the government of Saigon that was no longer, and basically in the next few years, reunited Vietnam into one nation under communism. On April 30th, 1975, the North Vietnamese army renamed the city of Saigon Ho Chi Minh City after their leader that was already dead by this time, Ho Chi Minh. And to that day, every April 30th, there is a big, huge celebration in Ho Chi Minh City to celebrate, the unification or reunification of Vietnam. There's like massive parties. Ho Chi Minh, the founder, is celebrated and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the fall of South Vietnam in basically a nutshell. Tomorrow marks, I think, like maybe 50 years. No, not 50 years. 40 years since the fall of Saigon. So I thought I would do something on it.